So what I'm going to do is,
all right, 1 second.
Okay.
I am on video. I am now recording for our conversation with Dr. Keith Harley. I am so excited because Dr. Keith Harley, there he is. He's coming into town all the way from Virginia for us in Central Florida in the Orlando area, and we couldn't be more excited to have him.
Christy?
I hear you.
Okay, let me try to get on. Let me see if this is gonna work. Hold on.
Click on the camera icon and it'll turn on your
Hey!
Yay! It worked! Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm fantastic. We are on.
Yes.
So go ahead. Tell them what we're doing. What's going on?
All right. So what we are preparing for, I'm trying to get it so that it's split screen on our recording. What we're preparing for is Dr. Keith Harley is coming to town this Thursday all the way from Virginia, and he is going to show you how to step up to level up in your business and build that confidence that you need to get to the next level. And I just wanted to introduce him to everybody and get the excitement going in the Orlando area for everybody to register for this Thursday.
Yes, we are super excited to be coming to your city, Christy. We have been going around the country teaching people how to turn their dreams into their reality. And in that process, we come up with all of the tools that you have within you to make that happen when it comes to personal branding, when it comes to motivation, when it comes to energy, when it comes to changing the things about your life that have kept you stuck from getting to that point where you feel like you're in the place to create your reality.
Right. And I had just posted yesterday the response that I've gotten from this message I posted yesterday of a picture of me from 6 years ago and how far I've come. You know, I've come from being on public aid and losing my house and my car and losing my mother in the process of all that. And there was a moment in my life where I was stuck and I just didn't, you know, I had this vision, I had this goal of getting to director in my business and earning the cars and all the accolades that I saw. I knew the potential, but I just wasn't seeing that happen. And until I really got out of my own head and had that vision and that faith to move forward and step up to level up. I mean, just like you said, you know, I'm an executive in a Fortune 500 company. I'm not just doing my side business. I have a career. And so it's a lot about a decision, making a decision to get to that next level and actually putting in those steps that it takes to do that. And so, you know, even with eating right and exercising and all of that, you need to do those small things every day to see the results. You're not going to see it happen unless you stay consistent and intentional in what it is that you're doing. And that's what we're going to be talking about on Thursday.
One of the things I love that you talked about, how your setback was a setup for a comeback. That's number one.
Right.
And then number two, how you created a plan and you got to the point where you said, enough is enough. Where I'm at is not where I want to be. What do I need to do to get beyond this present situation? And I always tell people your present situation is not your final destination, but only if you choose to stay there. Basically, if you choose to stay there, that's where you'll be. And so when I hear you talk about your story, I'm like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You took a look at your present situation. You decided to focus on the solution and not the problem. You decided that enough was enough. You wasn't going to stay stuck there. You wrote a list of the things that you needed to do to make it happen. And last but not least, number 5, you did the work and now you're seeing the results.
Yes.
A lot of people, for some reason, get stuck in the problem. A lot of people get stuck because the problems become so overwhelming that you become paralyzed. and you don't know what to do. So what's comfortable is the problem, because you can sit there and rethink it and deal with it and sleep with it and walk with it and eat breakfast with it because it's familiar. But when you decide that you're going to make a change, that's where the hard work comes in. And you first have to believe that you're going to do it. And that's what you've done. You said, okay, this has to be done. What do I need to do to get out of it? And you did the work. And now look at you now. And a lot of people don't realize that they're in that place, to be very honest with you. And 9 times out of 10, the reason why they don't realize they're in that place is because the people that they're hanging around.
Yeah. And once I decided to make a change and surround myself with people that celebrated me versus tolerating me, huge shift in my whole life, because you are the company that you keep.
Absolutely.
And so if I want to be a confident, successful businesswoman, I start surrounding myself with confident, successful business people. And, a lot of people in Central Florida, they know I'm the networking queen. I'm out there. I'm getting in front of people, but I'm building relationships. It's a lot about relationship building and how you make people feel. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And
absolutely.
And that's a big thing to learn. And it's a humbling experience too, because I know that today I'm a very different person than I was 6 years ago. And that's a good thing. I've grown and I've grown spiritually, professionally, personally. And so I like to believe that I'm a better person today because of that, because I decided to change who I was, and in the process changed my success.
You can hear it in your voice. And it's almost like, often sometimes we tell ourselves, you're giving me goosebumps, that's why I'm scratching my arm, because often sometimes we tell our stories in our head. You know how you have conversations in your head? And we don't know how to change those conversations. So we begin to believe the stories, the conversations. We let the stories and the conversations stay the way that they want to, because we're not strong enough with the muscle to change that stuff in our head. So we always stay there. But what the example that you just gave is, okay, I know I have a muscle. I know the conversation in my head, I have to change, and I have to work at it every day until it becomes my reality. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about at your event on Thursday, is how you change the conversation in your head and make it permanent. And how in the split of a second, that immediately when something negative comes up, or when something that you feel that a place you don't want to be at, that you can say, wait a minute, stop. Let me talk to myself differently. And then once I start talking to myself differently, and the conversations that I have in my head are different, what comes out of my mouth will change too. And then what people will see will change too. And then that's when the confidence and the self-esteem kicks in. Bam, 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 bam. And then you have no other choice but to be successful. But you got to change the conversations.
Yes, you do.
With yourself.
Yeah. So that's just a little taste.
What's
going to happen on Thursday. I mean, this is a powerful conversation in itself, but we have you for 2 hours in town, and I couldn't be more excited. So many people have already registered. It's $30 to come hear Dr. Keith on Thursday night, which is pennies considering like the knowledge that you're going to leave with. Price does go up to $40 at the door. So I do want everybody to register on PayPal. I'm going to post my flyer again on my Facebook wall. Dr. Keith, if you can tell them how to find you, how to plug in with you.
Okay, you can reach me on Facebook at Dr. Keith Harley. You can reach, Facebook at Keith R. Harley Jr. You can reach me on Instagram at Dr. Keith Harley. You can reach me, excuse me for the phone ringing in the background. You can reach me on LinkedIn. You can reach me everywhere. As a matter of fact, I'm on Snapchat.
Wow. Well, we'll have to do a Snapchat together on Thursday then. That'll be fun.
I would love that. I would love that. Listen, Christy, I'm excited to be a part of your movement. I'm excited that you're creating this amazing event, and I'm excited that you're creating this amazing life for yourself. This is huge.
Thank you.
You're setting the tone, you're setting the example, and I know people are going to follow you because they want the same thing that you have. So I'm ready to come down there and work with you to make this happen.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited to have you. I'm excited that all of you got to see who is this Dr. Keith that Christy's been talking about. I'm like, let them see you and hear from you for a minute, because
Yes,
I think
ma'am.
that's going to bring a lot of excitement to the area. So we will see you all this Thursday night, and I am excited. Go out and make something
Awesome.
special today.